Realtor Gone Rogue here. I am back from Tucson and I have a quickie little jaunt in the park for you. This is a very special place for me. I will do this again sometime when I have more time to stay here. This is very special to my heart because I found this park like 17 years ago when I first moved here, and it was shut down entirely. The trails were all covered up. It was closed due to lack of funding. We're on the Peninsula right now. We're back then. I mean, there was no park. There was no parks. And this place out here got lost. It was like Pierce County, but it had no funding for anything. So I loved it because nobody else came out here. It was all overgrown, and it was beautiful. It still is beautiful. So join us. It's kind of a quick trip, but we'll fly through it, and we'll be back though. So for those of you that don't live in Washington, this will be a treat because the trees here are ginormous. As I said, this is going to be a quick trip, so bear with me. Yep. Massive trees, just massive. The camera is probably not really doing it justice of how large they are. I've come here so many times, and yet it still kind of blows me away. Never get tired of. Huh?
The park is down there?
The whole thing's a park.
What's that go to down there?
A house?
Oh, that ain't part of the park.
No.
Where does this walkway go to?
This? Or that?
This walkway.
Down. Oh, well, go. Oh, that kind of bathroom? That never stopped you. Oh. That's a problem. I ain't got no paper for my behind. Oh, sorry, that's my friend Adam. He, for some reason...
You gonna walk down to the water?
How'd you know there's water down there?
I see water right there.
You can't get down to the water.
Huh?
You can't get down to the water from here.
From here?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. This tree fell. He gets outdoors and suddenly his bowels start moving, and he's, yeah, whatever. Rainier is here. Is what, Kim? Rainier is, I don't know what all that said. But a year ago, this thing just cracked in half and just broke. Like, massive chunk of tree. Just, I'm glad I wasn't walking underneath when that happened. But again, I apologize. This is going to be a really quick video. I have to go meet with my son, and we have some cool stuff to do today. So, and I just got back in town. I'm kind of really tired. I stayed up late. And emotionally, I'm kind of a wreck. Yeah. I hadn't been back to Tucson since my mother passed away in 2007, and I mean, I was like tunnel vision. All I could focus on was her house and her affairs and her. It's all blur, really, basically. I was there for 2.5 months, but it's a blur. So yeah, this time I went back, and again, I really didn't do much, but you know, it was intense, let's just say that. So I'm a little bit out there. I apologize. Not a stick of makeup on my hair, but yeah, I'm sure I look pretty spent. Getting back to the park. The park is beautiful. It's a great time of year because the leaves are brand new and fresh and almost to full size. This is the creepy part. It's the creepy part. At night, it's pretty trippy. Yeah, it's creepy in there at night. Well, in the daytime too. It's just something creepy about it. I don't know. I love the ground cover. It doesn't quite look like any other place I've been. I mean, everywhere's got its own little look to it, and this is a little different. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of some of the pictures and video I've seen of the woods in Japan. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but oh, this green. I don't get tired of it. I just don't get tired of it. I love it almost as much as I do the first time I laid eyes on this place. It's silly. I mean, it doesn't take much to amuse me. Anybody who's watched more than one of my videos will realize that quite often I'm saying the same thing. Look at the size of that tree! That's a huge tree! Like, it's the first big tree I've ever seen in my life. Not everybody's going to understand my passion for this stuff, and that's okay. Some people will. I love it. But when I first found, I stumbled upon this place, and literally the sign was covered up. You just didn't know it was here. There was nothing here. You couldn't even tell it was a park. Yep. And I thought that was kind of creepy. So I'd never seen a park shut down due to funding, but I also thought it was really cool because maybe I'm antisocial. I love exploring away from people. I love, in my mind, telling myself that, like, I'm the first one to, set foot on these places or discover, oh, they're mine. I found them. No, I know it's not true, but whatever. I'm like a little kid. I just didn't grow up.
My woods, my tree. It's my spot.
Nobody came here. Check that out. That is so cool. This is a speed video, so we're rushing. I'm sorry, I apologize. But if this is cool to you guys, I will come back and do a much more thorough job. Whoa. Way cool. Way cool. Never get tired of this stuff. I never get tired of this stuff. Pretty flowers. There's salmonberry. What is that growth on the side of that tree? That's kind of nutty. Huh. These trees, the branches fall off because they get so big. They get struck by lightning or set on fire accidentally or whatever. Too much moss, too much ivy. Well, they rot. But they somehow they just survive. I've seen trees that there's like just a strand of life left to it. Look at the size of that bark. Here's my hand. You'll hear me say that a lot. Look at the size of that bark. Look at the size of that tree. It's big. I love it. Love it. I've got 3 topics going on at once. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm in rare form. I mean, I'm always a little bit sketchy, ditzy, discombobulated, but definitely, look at that. Definitely more so than usual. Not just because I'm in a rush, but that trip just, I'm emotionally just, woof. I don't want to go into any detail why it was intense for me, but that's the size of my hand. This thing is so flippin' big. Trying not to use profanities. They might slip out. I'm trying. But this is a big effing tree. That bark is gnarly. This is the size of my hand. I can't even get the whole tree in perspective. Gnarly bark. 200 years old? Probably. I'd say this is probably safely to say old growth, an old growth survivor maybe, or it was large during old growth time. I don't know what I'm saying. I mean, I know a few loggers and some history about this stuff, but I'm not expert at all. It looks like it's a 200-year-old tree to me. Anyway. There was another one. I took the wrong path, or a different path. That was, I don't think that was it. It's just, ooh. Sorry. It's just as huge. I took a different path. So yeah, backing up. Found the park, loved it, realized it was practically abandoned. No one ever came out here. I mean, no cars, no sign, no nothing. So I turned my son onto it, and he was in high school. And took him out here, and it's funny, you know, you do things with your kids and you just don't think they're getting into it or enjoying it, or, you know, listening to you, or, you know, processing or absorbing, you know, the thrill or passion that you have for certain things, especially when they're younger. But my son surprises me. He blows me away on many different levels. He was also hyper when he was a kid. I thought, oh my God, he doesn't listen to me at all. He does not listen to me at all. But he sure did. Okay, camera's gonna jiggle a little bit because I put gloves on real quick. Sorry about that. Are those oyster shells? Oh, look at that. This has grown quite a bit. Or drooped or something. The trail wasn't like this before. Yeah, this has grown a lot, yeah. I'm gonna apologize again for rushing you through this video, but this was kind of an impromptu thing to do. Something that would help me to decompress from my trip. I was going to be out here a couple of hours, but my son called, and so I'm a very limited time schedule. In fact, this is probably going to make me late, but okay, going down a rope. Going down a rope. This is new. This wasn't like this before. Okay, I hope this isn't... Sorry about my camera skills right now, but I'm holding onto a rope. I'm not sure if I really need to. Okay. I'll show you. This might put my gloves on because I don't really want rope burn right now. I've had that before. It's not pleasant. Oh, it's just not pleasant. There used to be a stairs here. That's what's going on. There was a stairs here. Heck, it's gone. So I got this rope, which makes the journey all the more interesting. I've been talking nonstop for hours because I was so overwhelmed, and I feel like my lips are going numb. My tire's getting tongue. My tongue's getting tired. All right, hold on. Sliding down the hill. Hold on. Maybe I should put the camera down because I really don't want to slide down the hill just yet. Hold on. 1 moment, please. I'm just not a spring chicken anymore, so just bear with me here. Looks like a landslide. This was not like this at all. Not at all. There was a see, I have to crawl down this piece of wood. I'm gonna put the camera down again. Hold on. Alright, just jump. Probably easier just to jump. Oop, I'll slide down on my butt. I went hiking. Well, not hiking so much, but I went biking. I don't know, like a 10-mile and then a 20-mile bike ride. I'm kind of out of shape on that one. And then walking through the airport and carrying my luggage and missed my flight. I'm kind of sore. I'm a little tired. You know, my living situation is the way it is. I couldn't just come home and like unpack. No, I had to do all kinds of stuff to be able to unpack. Whatever. So I'm a little fatigued. But here I am. This is what I do to unwind. And I did plan on being here for a couple hours, but I have to go hang out with my kid because he's my boy. He's my boy. He's my buddy. My son's cool. I should do a video with him. I'm surprised I haven't yet. Oh man, there's cool rocks. Bam! I really never noticed the rocks on this beach before, but I'm kind of a sucker for the clear ones. The agate looking, polished agate ones. Tell me that's not pretty. I mean, no, it's not sunny right now, but it's so quiet. It's just not even noon yet. It's about 11:30 Saturday morning. Listen. It's so quiet and peaceful. Love it. This is like maybe 20 minutes away from where I live. I mean, I live right near the water too. 5 minutes from the water. But this is a special spot for me. And I wish it was a little closer. I used to live out here, but I mean, 20 minutes is not that bad. It's not really a heart. Not really a heart. Well, kind of. I'm not so much a rock hound, but right now these are intriguing. They're pretty cool. I'm kind of trying to not look at them, but they're kind of cool. Holy mackerel, there's some really cool rocks. What is that? An agate potato? It's kind of a funky looking rock, isn't it? I think it is. The beaches in Washington vary. They vary from sand, not white sand, but, you know, sandy beach, to rocky, barnacly stuff like this, which is not pleasurable on the feet, and you're certainly not just going to drop a blanket and lay out in the sun next to the water. It's not going to happen here. You know, there are sandy beaches. Washington's awesome, but, you know, the water's not exactly swimming water. It's like it stays a pretty consistent 58 degrees all year long. See the barnacles? Barnacles. There are lakes and stuff that I've swam in, you know, in like July or whatever. That's neat looking, isn't it? Yeah. That was doable. It was doable. It wasn't freezing. Was that a clam? Is that a clam? Oh, is that an oyster? It's a cloister. No, it's a little oyster. Where is it? Where is the oyster? It's tiny. It's like wrapped around the rock. It's kind of weird. Alright, stay focused. This is not what I'm here for. That's nice too. What's going on? I don't think I've ever looked at the rocks on this beach before. That's kind of cool. Rocks are really amazing to me. That's why I try not to get into them, because I get overwhelmed by it. So many, and each one tells a story. You know, half the stuff I look at, I don't even know what I'm looking at. The sedimentary lines and oh, it's just amazing. Rocks are amazing to me. Ooh, it's a prehistoric piece of tile. Just kidding. When I was a kid in New York, there was a lot of clay, Indian clay, and it was very easy to work with. There was a lot of mica out there too. Mica, the shiny stuff. When you're a kid, it's pretty neat, you know, 'cause you pretend like it's diamonds or something, or hidden treasure. I forgot why I'm telling you this. Never mind, I forgot my train of thought, so. Rocks are cool. That's all I'm going to say about rocks right now. I'm really rock ignorant. My mom and I used to take a lot of walks, and she had a great appreciation for nature, and every time we take a walk, she's like, we'll always bring back a rock, you know, a special rock. And she was really cool. Loved nature. And I took it many steps deeper than than her love for it. And I like hands-on. I mean, I like getting dirty, filthy, slide up and down hills, climbing trees. You know, primitive camping. I love any of that stuff. I love it. My mom loved nature, but you wouldn't catch her in a tent or a sleeping bag. No, not my mom. In fact, we never went camping. Camping. It's kind of weird. I was a city slicker, sorta. I'm not sure how I turned partial redneck. I don't know what happened there. That's green. Can you see that? It's a green rock with swirls on it. Oh, I like it. Basically, any rock that stands out from the other rocks are cool. Like he stands out. You know, he's different. Definitely different. I like him. Looks like a potato. It looks like a potato. There's some really nice rocks on this beach. Okay, forget the rocks. Oh boy. Gotta go see my son. Gotta go see my son. That's kind of a heart. Oh, that's kind of cute. I'll stick him in my pocket. Don't do it. Don't do it. Dang nabbit. I'm not supposed to pick up rocks right now. I love round ones, perfectly round ones, or even he's cool. Oh, so East Coast had a lot of mica. This has what the heck does it have? See, I'm pretty rock ignorant. Oh, what's this stuff? They make countertops out of it. I should know this by now, but there's a lot of granite. There's a lot of granite out here, and lava rock and chunks from the volcanic explosions, eruptions. It's a mishmash of some cool stuff, and I wish I knew more about it. Some of these, you crack them open in the middle, and it's like, woo! There's all kinds of craziness on the inside, even if they look plain on the outside. I like it when they have weird lines or impressions in them. Oh, I found 2 chunks. One was a reasonable size of turquoise the other day in Arizona. Wasn't looking for it. Poop, there it was. Would have loved to stay a little bit longer. It's definitely kind of a rushed little excursion, which was rather disturbing to me, but oh well, I wasn't driving. Oh my gosh, these
I gotta stop looking on the ground.
Huh. I apologize if I'm all over the place. My mind is going a mile a minute, and now I have to think about going to meet my son sooner than I thought I would. I like these round rocks. I have like a little path of round rocks. I can't stick all these in my pocket. Again, this is not why I came here, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm more vulnerable to doing silly things like this when I haven't quite reached my sleep quota. I've noticed I'm a little more apt to have less common sense, I guess. Can you believe that? Oh, look at this guy. He's got barnacles on him, but he's smooth, polished, almost like an egg. I like his color. Rocks are nuts. They're just nuts. No two rocks I mean, they're like fingerprints. They're all different. Every single one is just completely different. What was he? Is that brick? I wonder what he's made out of. Iron? Why is he orange? Looks like a carrot. A carrot. Put it down. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have got to look up. Wow. Anyway, back to eye level. Oh my gosh, there's some really amazing rocks. Okay. See, they're not quite as cool when they're dry. So I'm gonna come up here. The rocks are dry and they don't look so shiny and appealing to me. Do you ever get in those moods? Sometimes you go to a grocery store and you just, nothing looks right. You can't figure out what to buy. You know, you just stand there walking up and down the aisles, kind of like, duh, don't know what to get. Then there's days you go in there and everything, I mean, or, you know, any kind of shopping. Oh, everything looks just amazing and you want it all. Maybe you don't know what that's like, but I don't know. Let's pretend you do. That's how I feel right now. It's like, oh, this is all so cool. I don't normally look on the ground here. I'm looking at other stuff here. This is kind of silly. That's an agate. It's a pretty sizable agate. If the sun was out, you'd realize you could see through it somewhat. Yeah, see? Love them. All right. So this is my last chance. Don't look down. Okay, I'm looking up. I was here years ago with my ex-husband, and we at the time had a liking for wood, which I still do. Love wood. Burl. I love it, love it. Weird wood, driftwood, burl wood, doesn't matter. I love it all. And, well, we got a little obsessive on this particular burl ball that was growing out of this cedar that had washed up on the beach. You know, we don't do it for money. We were trying to make things out of it, and you know, and you can get good money for certain clumps of burl or whatever. It's beautiful. It's very cool. Fiddleback. Bird's eye. Can't think of the names. Anywho, so we found this washed up old cedar with this giant bulging burl ball on the side of it. You know, and I don't know what the rules or regulations are, but I think that's like open to the public. I don't know if it's illegal to take it or not, but that hadn't crossed my mind at the time. So if it's down, it's dead. I don't think it should be illegal, whether it is or not. I don't really care. If it's down and dead, take it. Don't listen to me. My judgment is sometimes rather skewed.
Not always legal.
And that's another story. So, my husband decided, ex-husband decided to make from scratch look at this. Oh, I gotta stop. Come on. He's cool. I have rocks like this, seen him before. Okay, where is it? He's cool. Isn't that neat? We made a 2-man saw from scratch. And, oh, dead crabby. Oh, he doesn't look like he's dead very long. I don't want crab. Well, I don't want dead like that, but. Hey, buddy. Oh. Oh, sorry, dude. Maybe. Give him CPR. Oh. Come on, Mr. Krabby. Put him back in the water. I'm a dork. You should see me earlier. I was trying to save a bee. I was trying to save a spider. I was crying because I found a little mouse nest in my RV. Come on, dude. Where I had suspected they were hanging out, and come on. He's not dead very long, if he is dead, altogether dead. Resuscitate, come on. No, I shouldn't even be showing you guys this. Wake up. Come on, buddy. Come on. Huh. Too late. I see some bubbles. Oh man, wouldn't that be cool if he came back to... Come on. His arms are moving. His arms are moving. His arms... Oh my god, his arms are... Whoa, look at this. Do you see this? I am not kidding. Come on, guy. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh my God! Look at this! Oh wow! Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, I was just kidding. Come on, come on. Here you go. Here you go. Come on. Oh, you can do it. Hey. Come on. There you go. That's cool. He might make it. He really might make it. I hope the tide's coming in. If it's going out, then I don't think he will. Come on, guy. Go on, you'll be okay. So I had a pet. Not a pet. I had a toy. There he is. He's hee. Oh. Anyway, I don't want to see a sad ending. So I had this stuffed mouse that used to be for my cat, which is another story. My cat's gone. My best friend cat is gone. My buddy, and I had this toy that he didn't play with, but I had the toy just the same. It was a toy rat mouse, a big mouse. So I stuck it in the spot where I suspected that mice were starting to hang out, and it was a joke. It was a joke. You open up the cabinet and poof, it would scare people or whatever. I said, well, maybe it'll keep them company. They built the cutest little nest out of a feather, like a throw thing I had. I was crying. It was so sad. I'm like, oh my God. They built this little nest, huddled up right to this little fake mouse, stuffed animal, soft mouse. And, yeah. And probably had babies, and we're trying to, survive and eat just like everyone else. They just want to eat, procreate, snuggle, cuddle, eat, and have a warm place to live. I put poison down. I'm a weirdo. I thought that was really sad. Mice are cute. I don't dislike mice at all. I don't really dislike anything. I try to save spiders. Never mind. I already want to talk about this. I'm babbling. Okay. Where was I? So my ex made this 2-man saw. And we came down here because he didn't want to run an electric chainsaw. I think this is it. And we cut, and we cut, and we cut, and we cut, and we sliced it, we sliced it, we sliced it, we sliced it. And couldn't get very far. This is it. I have not been back down here since then. I've been down here, but not looking at this thing. Unbelievable. There it is. We made it like an 1/8 of a way through. It's eroded a little bit since then. What? That's our cuts. We did that. Guilty. We're going at this angle. We're going at that angle. Oh my God. It's all sun bleached out. I mean, it was much more newer, I guess, when we were doing this. This hadn't happened yet. It wasn't so faded and bleached out. It was relatively a new arrival on the beach. It's way dried out now, but crazy. I was just joking around. I didn't really think I was gonna find it. Whatever. I was just talking to you guys. Look at that, man. This whole cap is eroded. It had a nice, perfectly smooth, round, sexy burl cap to it with swirls and bird's eyes on it. It has since dried up and fallen off, but it's still nice. I mean, it's still a pretty substantial chunk of burl. Look at the cutting it. We gave up. We're like, we'll come back. We'll come back with the boat. We had a boat. We'll come back with the boat. Cut it, tie a rope, and float away with it. Wow, that's funny. Try cutting there, try cutting there. Handmade saw, we did that. Back and forth. Oh, wow. I'm gonna come back. Yep, I think I'm gonna make this my new mission. And put it in a box and send it to him. I don't know if he'd know. I don't know if he'd know what it was. He'd know it was wood, and he'd know it was from me. Doesn't quite look the same as it used to. I don't know if he'd know which piece it was. Yeah, see, this was all round cap on top and a rounded cap over here. You know, so it was a little bit bigger and just smooth. It had this rounded smoothness to it. And all the seat, can you see this? Look at that. All the swirls and the bird's eye and the swishes and love it. I love it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's so pretty. Let's see. Hold on.
Sorry. Okay.
Yes, I just spit. Try to see if I make it a little darker. All the swirls and stuff. Okay. Some people might like this. Yeah, the whole cap is gone. That's kind of sad. It's starting to get, rotted out. But some people might understand this. Some people might not. So I'm going to step away. In case you're one of those that doesn't get it. That was a big tree. I mean, that was a big tree. And it was relatively new when we found it. I just love the wood grain. I love it, love it, love it. Weirdo. Alright, I'm going to stop calling myself a weirdo. I know, and I do know now. I always question myself if there were other people out there that shared my passions for strange things. That is cool. That is cool. Sorry, but that's neat, man. I was always a little weird growing up as a kid. Chunk of granite. Big chunk of granite. See? I make counters out of that stuff. A lot of that here. Another chunk. Don't know what this is. That's kind of sexy. The reds and greens and oranges. Different, smooth textures. That's a nice looking rock. Wow. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was always a little weird. Always a little different than my friends. That's a fact. I grew up and guess what? Still a little different. I'm a little weird. But I kind of feel like I found a family when I stumbled upon YouTube. I didn't know much about YouTube. I was computer literate, built computers, computer, programming. I was pretty savvy with them, but I didn't know jack squat about YouTube. And it's just the last couple of years, especially the last 2 years, I was kind of depressed and sitting at home alone and going through a relationship kind of separation. I was not a pretty time, and so I'm sitting there and I'm like, what do I like to do? So I punched in, typed in what I like to do, which I'll tell you what that is later, but I've told you guys in other videos, and poof, it was kind of cool to realize that there's a lot of people out there that like the same stuff I do. Whether other people think it's weird or not, doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. Never have. But so yeah, YouTube's kind of becoming like a family to me. I understand the fam thing now. I didn't. And I was, hey fam, I didn't get that. I was like, oh, it's a slang word. It's cute. How hip. No, I'm getting it. I'm kind of getting it now. I like to meet YouTubers. I would love to start traveling and meet up with people that do the stuff that I do. Whether it's paranormal investigation, urban exploring, abandoned houses, beaches, woods, whatever. Love it. I love it more than anything else in the world, and it's just cool to see that other people like it also. Okay, I'm putting the camera down because I have to climb up this rope thing. I don't have a pause button on here, so that kind of sucks. I'm not ready to sign off yet, but I don't know what to do with you guys. Okay. Of course, my added weight with the rocks in my pocket is not the smartest thing. I don't want to stop the video yet, so I'm gonna stick the camera here. Maybe. Maybe not. Here. That's not a very nice view for you. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna put you around my neck, you guys, and you can climb up this hill with me. But it won't be pretty. I can't shut it off. If I shut it off, I gotta start over again, and I'm not that, I don't have the program on my computer to, cut and, what do you call it? Do the video where I can take pieces and parts of it. I had all that on another computer, but I don't have it on this one. Hold on, so. Oh, man. Wait, let's take another detour real quick. Can't tell you what for. You gotta go. Oops, there goes a rock. Yoop-de-doo-doo-doo. Over there is McNeil Island. I think. I'm not sure. I used to know McNeil Island and it's like Gig Harbor. McNeil, I think, is abandoned. It was a prison. McNeil Island, the prison? Penitentiary? I think it's been closed down. It was a women's prison after the fact for a while. I'm pretty sure it's shut down now. I don't know. Okay, I'm preparing to climb up this embankment. I dropped a rock. Should I go back for it? Nope, I'm gonna leave it behind. Oh, it's my heart rock. Heart rock, yeah. What did I do with it? Oh, darn. Huh. Anyway, one down, a couple more to go. Should I try to bring a pouch or a bag or something if I'm going to collect rocks, because I rarely ever do collect rocks. I don't know what happened to my friend. He just poof, disappeared. Yes, I'm going to be late to see my son, but he'll understand, because it wasn't really planned to do this today. Oops. Sorry, folks. Here we go. Tree root. Tag netta. Gonna get dirty. And I love getting dirty, really, but not to go to lunch with my son. Okay, here's a rope. Oh, look, this is an adventure. Here we go. I hadn't prepared on this kind of thing, but I'm glad I brought my gloves. I always try to bring my gloves, because, oops, I never know. What the heck is that? Breather tube? God, so much cesspool. No, I'm just kidding. It's a very smart thing to do around here, because there's always blackberry bushes. And I'm such a tactile person, I have to touch everything and grab everything. Oh, I have finally made it. Pretty much a regular thing to always grab my gloves. In fact, I try to have my hiking boots and gloves in my car at all times. And a knife. And a good flashlight. Alright, we've made it. Thank you to whoever put the rope there. This has changed. It's changed quite a bit. It's overgrown. This used to be a camp spot. I forgot whatever the heck I was saying. Got 3 topics still going, and I don't remember. So we're going to switch because I was in a rush and I'm taking too long. But this is a special spot to me right here. Because a cat I had for 17 and a half years was buried here. And so overgrown that I'm not sure I'm in the right place. I'm pretty sure this was it. Right here. I had a cross. Years ago, my son would come down. He came down here more than I did, and he would straighten the cross and keep it cleaned up for me. And he said that it's just starting to get overgrown and stuff, and he couldn't quite find the location anymore. So that's another trip. I'll have to come back and check this out. Try to figure out where he is. I think it's right here somewhere. Right here. Somewhere is my cat Maui. Man, we went through so much together. 2 marriages. Rehab. I was in rehab. Yeah. Oh my god, my mom had him for a long time. All kinds of relationships, jobs, career changes. My son, you know, he grew up with my son. It's a long time, you know, one kitty for 17 and a half years. He's here somewhere. Probably standing on top of it. I don't know. I have to come out with some trimmers and trim all this crap and clean up the spot. I haven't been down here, so that was really my main thing, was to stop by and say hi.
Maui Wowie. Mr. Kitty. My kitty.
I love that cat a lot. He was kind of a schmuck. He was a schmucky cat. He'd been through a couple of homes before he was a year old. And my friend ended up with him. And she had 2 kids that were very young kids that just were not exactly nice to him. And he got yelled at a lot. You know, and then, sorry, it's not rocket science. Don't feed your cats on a countertop. You don't feed your cats on a countertop for various reasons. That's what they were doing. You know, the husband would come home and yell at him like it's his fault. Whatever. So yeah, he went from an affectionate, cuddly little playful kitten to a kind of shut down, skittish, grumpy cat who also liked to randomly attack your head, because being close to people's heads was not something pleasant for him. It meant he was getting yelled at. Yeah, I have a lot of patience with this kitty. He was my buddy. He came when I called him. He played hide and seek with me. He used to do these tricks. When I gave him his treats, he'd sit up and spin around and stand up and all the way and tap the can with his paw. And I said, hit it! Hit it! He was cool. We play hide and seek together. Yeah. I took him to Washington with me from Tucson. He was a cool cat. But he was I used to call him shithead. I was like, you are a shithead. He was an arrogant, kind of grumpy, and he was neutered. He was neutered since he was little, but he was so territorial and so alpha. He used to beat the crap out of any cats that lived in the general vicinity of anywhere we lived, and we moved quite a bit. I guess that was the tree, the big behemoth I took a picture of years ago next to it. If that cat wasn't beating the crap out of big Toms, you know, because he wasn't that big. But he was tough. And he only ended up with one boo-boo in all those fights. Just one minor boo-boo. He's so lucky. He was a black and tan tabby. Had a perfect M on his forehead from Maui. Maui Wowie. Oh, I'm so babbling. I loved him a lot, despite his little defects and quirks. But oh, that's huge. This is I know what this is. I can't think of it. It's a huge one. Trillium. It's like the Washington flower or something. They get really pretty white or purple lavender flowers on them and stuff, but that's a really big one. Okay, talking too much. Going uphill. Maui, here's my baby. Long story, serious. Found a litter of kittens, found the mother. It's a long story. Coolest cats, this is years later. Oh my goodness. The most wonderful experience I've ever had with cats. I've had cats all my life. I loved every one of them. And I ended up with one. I lost one. But there were 3 litters. Always the same dad. It was a purebred chocolate point Siamese. I don't know, I'm telling you this, long story short. I had another cat that recently disappeared. God, I miss him. His name is Rupert. That was my soulmate, Kitty. He was my buddy, man. He was my frickin' buddy. And it sucks. Anyway, I told you I was emotional. And I have another kitty named Miss Mamby. I know Mamby's a weird name, but it's a compilation of all our favorite cats. Me and my mom's favorite kitties. Mamby. Mamby Wamby. She's a little Pamby. Pip-poo. She's probably 14 now. She's the second kitty I had while Maui was still alive. He was such a schmuck. I mean, I couldn't have any pets. I could not. He was a one owner cat, one person cat. Oh, whatever, you know what I mean. There's a fern wall right here. I'm in good shape, huh? Damn, that was a big tree. Look at the size of that tree, look at it. I stick my hand up to give you a proportion of size. Crikey. That was a big tree, eh? Look at the size of that thing. I have no idea where my friend went. He went to the bathroom and then disappeared. Those trees are all holding each other up. Oh, you guys can